Part of Manila. This is the 2023 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference on Pilipinas Live and on One Sports Plus. Welcome to the Paco Arena for our match between the NU Santa Elena Nationals going up against the D'Navigators Iloilo in what is said to be another Titanic clash here in Spikers Turf. Ako po si Paul De Rosario, joined by Coach Ronnie Magsanok, and it's a pleasure to bring the games to you here. Take a look at the remaining games here today in what was a quadruple header. Ngayon, triple header ngayon. Santa Elena up against D'Navigators first, then Chef on a Diet FAU going up against Centro Mall Generals, followed by SNL Letran going up against St. Gerard Construction to wrap things up. Once again, I'm Paulo De Rosario alongside Coach Ronnie Magsanok here at the Paco Arena live for you. And Coach, always a pleasure to be with you here again. Hoping for another great matchup between these two, with Santa Elena just one win away from getting a spot in the quarterfinals.
3 matches played, 9 sets won, untouched so far, unscathed, looking for their 4th straight, but more importantly, looking to eliminate the Iloilo Navigators. Were hopeful that they can get their second win to keep their slim hopes alive of still making it to the next phase. Up and down so far para sa Iloilo, para naman sa Santa Elena, finally getting a reprieve after 2 tough matches. Laban of course dun sa team ng Ateneo, and of course yung una nilang tinalo na hindi rin naman naging madali ang team ng Perpetual Altas.
You mentioned it a while ago, Coach, itong Santa Elena has still yet to drop a set. So let's take a look at their last matchup against Don Pax, DLSU, Dasma. And Santa Elena were their normal dominant selves in this one, Coach.
After a close call laban sa Ateneo, wherein that match could have gone 4 or 5 sets, they made sure that they will do short work laban dito sa team mula sa Dasmariñas. Outstanding in all facets of this contest. Scoring skills, they dominated. Non-scoring skills, they also had an outstanding lead. Even without itong si Joshua Retamar, the national team setter at a multiple UAAP champion who's out with a knee injury. The numbers will tell you that this was one-sided, and the Velostrino really did a masterful job making sure that the offense of NU still run perfectly. Look at the upside. Plus 16 sa attack points, 10-0 sa blocks, at hindi nakikita dyan yung plus 17 sa digs, and then having 25 excellent sets compared to only 11 para sa De La Salle Dasmariñas.
And of course, when you take a look at the NU Santa Elena, you have to take a look at the fact that they also have some of the top talent here in the entire Spikers Turf. Of course, we're going to focus now on Mike Budin, the 2022 Open Conference Finals MVP, and he could not be stopped last time around.
A UAAP champion, a Spikers Turf champion, number 18 spike percentage, close to 44%, number 18 scoring, 47 points scored in 3 matches, close to 16 points per match. 38 attack points, 7 blocks, 2 aces. Former MVP here in the Spikers Turf. Numbers that will tell you at 15 out of 28 could hardly be stopped. Led the team in blocks as well. And what about the effort on defense? 6 digs, 9 excellent receptions. And that smile will tell you that they are in a good situation, looking for another win that will cement their hold on that spot sa tuktok and a spot in the quarterfinals.
In other words, magaling si Mike Budin. Napakagaling. So let's now focus on D'Navigators Iloilo, who dropped a disappointing result against Perpetual last time around. You take a look at that matchup, a 5-setter, an epic 5-setter, with the final frame ending 24-22. It was anyone's ball game, but then Perpetual were the team who pulled that one out.
This was a part of that Sunday showcase that almost did not end. A Sunday that looks like would extend up to midnight. This was a marathon of a match. And look at the scoreline. The 5th and final set is just a glimpse on what transpired in the first 4 sets, where it up and down for both teams. Aangat ang Perpetual Altas, babalik ang Iloilo. Aangat ang Perpetual Altas, babalik ang Iloilo. And then a 24-22 scoreline and a race to 15. Luis Ramirez made sure that this will not be a spoiled 38-point game. And they will be rewarded, they will also deal itong team ng Iloilo their second loss of the competition.
Now you take a look at the key figures here for Team Iloilo, the D-Navigators, and you have to feel that defense will be one of the key factors here in this one against NU. You have to take a look at Vince Lorenzo.
This is a defensive specialist who has been a part of the national team in the Southeast Asian Games. Defense kept them afloat. Defense almost enabled itong team ng Iloilo to be able to take that win away from the Perpetual Altas. In spite of the fact that they had 4 players in double figures, those numbers of Vince Lorenzo really proved to be vital in their bid to beat Perpetual, in their effort to extend the match into a 5th and final set. 17 of 40 digs, 18 of 32 receptions. From Cotabato all the way to Iloilo, walang problema para kay Vince, defense specialist, Lorenzo.
And of course, our third member of our broadcast
Ayan
panel
na.
team is Mika Abisamis. Mika, take it away.
It's going to be another exciting match as both teams have different goals. One would like to secure a quarter spot here today, while the other one would just like to be safe. Now, if you guys want to join in the conversation, our poll question for today would be which libero will be the king of floor defense. Again, that is which libero will be the king of floor defense. And you can do that through downloading our Pilipinas Live app. Now, it's going to be NU Santa Elena Nationals versus D'Navigators Iloilo sa pagbabalik ng 2023 Spikers Turf.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Mark Santos. Second referee, Mr. Ryan Vincent Corpus. Let's welcome our starters for our Santa Elena NU Nationals. Let's begin with their team captain, who wears jersey number 18, Leo Aringo Jr. At number 6, Micaelo Budin. Wearing jersey number 10, Obed Mukaba. At number 11, Jade Alex Desquitado. Number 12, Rensmel Gibolos. Number 16, Clarence Belostrino. Starting libero is number 8, Jan Mariano Sumagi. Head coach, Mr. Dante Alinsunurin Jr. Presenting D'Navigators Iloilo. Let's begin with jersey number 2, Kyle Angelo Villamor. Michael Cordez. Wearing jersey number 9, Giles Jeffer Torres. At number 13, Mafena Guaza. Number 18, Madzian Gampong. And number 21, Aldre Ferrer. Starting libero is number 15, Vince Lorenzo. And head coach, Mr. Rizalito, Coach Boyet Del Moro. This is match number 35, preliminaries in Pool A, Season 6.
Welcome to the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the Santa Elena Nationals, who have yet to lose a single set in this one. And of course, when you take a look at their stack lineup, you can see why. Ito naman sa kabila, the D'Navigators Iloilo going up against them. It'll be an interesting matchup. Itong si Nas Guaza, let's see what he could do on the net defense here against one of the teams that you feel are going to test them for sure every step of the way. It'll also be interesting kasi itong si Discatado sa kabila
Nako.
actually played for D'Navigators in a few conferences ago dito sa Spikers Turf.
Ganun lumalabas eh, yung mga, mga nakita sa PNBF, yung mga nakita sa outside of Manila teams dito sa Spikers Turf, suddenly are being taken in by other teams, other clubs. Yung Mendoza playing for De La Salle already, J. Discotado making his move to the National University Nationals. At wala pa dyan si Nico Almendras sa high-line yan. Of course, Leo Orengo has been the second best scorer for them. Woods Budin, we mentioned earlier, one of the top attackers, one of the top scorers, pero at one of the top blockers, itong si Woods Budin, pero si Leo Orengo is the best hitter right now in the competition.
Of course, so many star names to talk about here para sa NU. And let's see what the D'Navigators could do to try and steal a frame from them. But almost immediately, Tagibolos getting a block point here for Santa Elena.
Tagibolos suddenly evolved into one of the best players. Para dito sa National University, they're coming off a 10-block performance. Tagibolos scored 2 points dun sa huli nilang panalo.
From the back, again, the net D working well here for NU to start off. Itong si Cortez just pushed that in front. Para naman si, well, Guaza had the fake, but it was Ferrer who got the point.
Excellent move coming from Ferrer. And Ferrer para sa Iloilo. We will double check this. At a total of 10 excellent sets. In that 5-set loss to the Perpetual Altas, wherein Ramirez fired a tournament best 38 points.
Guaza, he's so active at the net.
Why not? That was an over-reception coming, of course, from Sumagi.
Si Nas Guaza getting it done here. And grabe rin mag-fake si Guaza. We saw a while ago when itong si Ferrer got the point as we send the point back to NU.
Babantayan mo talaga si Guaza kasi masipag din talaga tumakbo yan.
Take a look at Discatado here, one of the young rising stars dito sa Philippine volleyball
This
scene.
is a national player before he even got to play for college. Ika nga for national youth.
Yep. And great start here for D'Navigators as JM Cortez gets some scoring.
Cortez did not play in their last match. Jerome Michael Cortez. They were led by Villamor, De Pedro, Guaza, Torres, and Gampong. But he scores his first point in this match for a 1-point lead.
The setup here. Shifting things around. Buhay pa rin dito. Again, the net defense of NU coming to the fore.
And that's against the former National University wing spiker na si Mads Gampong. A part of the unit ni Coach Dante Alinsunurin para sa National University nung hindi pa sila nagkakampyon at nung sila ay nakakuha ng kampyonato sa UAP.
Again, di pa natatalo ang Santa Elena in terms of sets here in this one. Let's see whether or not D'Navigators could give them their first loss kasi magandang simula ng D'Navigators Iloilo, especially itong si Nas Guaza who scores another one.
2 points in the set for Nas Guaza. He's really one of the leading scorers para dito sa team ng Iloilo. Guaza is number 21. 34 points in 3 matches, over 10 points per game. Itong si Guaza.
Discatado with the setup. Locking slow that down. Cortez with the coverage. Villamor, wala pa rin. We go to the other side and still kept alive. Torres at the net. Villamor blocked. The single block does its job, but then D'Navigators refuse to give way. Discotado with the setup. And off the blockers, and you score once more.
And in that sequence, aside from, of course, from that finish coming from Buds Budin, it was the blocking of National University that was showcased. Buds Budin heading to this match, a total of 38 attack points.
Leo Aringo on the service line here para sa NU as we're all tied up at 4 apiece. Villamor getting that off the block. Alam mo, Coach Ronnie, when you're facing against a team that a lot of people feel could make the championship, you're going to play above your level.
You have to be creative, really. And Ferrer will have to do a masterful job sa kanyang ball distribution to try and get past the human erasers from National U.
Villamor again. And no one erasing that one.
Ahead of the blockers, Mukaba was late. Desquitado's coverage at that zone was also late. 2 straight points for Iloilo for a 2-point lead. Fast start here.
That's Gampong on the service line para sa Iloilo. Venestrano with the set. And kept alive here. Free ball to deal with para sa D'Navigators. Torres off the block.
Not this time, says Iloilo.
Again, fantastic start para sa D'Navigators.
To the delight of Coach Rizalito Del Moro. Ateneo, almost 1-1 set or 2 laban sa National U. But they held forth, especially doon sa finishing kick na pinamalas ng Santa Elena Nationals.
From the back, it was Gampong, but then looks like Obed Mukaba getting that block in.
I believe this is the 3rd kill block para dito sa National U. Over 50% of their total output.
Well, their net defense has really come to play here.
Oh, dahil isang attack point pa lamang sila, yung kay Budin, at isang puntos galing sa error ng Iloilo.
Speaking of that, Buds Budin was on the service line for us just a moment ago. Powerful hit, kept alive there. Villamor, blocking there. It looks like Velostrino will take credit for it.
Block number 4. You just have to find a way. You just have to keep trying. And perhaps try to variate. Scored one earlier off Velostrino. Velostrino gets one over Villamor.
Buds Budin with the serve. Going to the back there, that was Cortez. Who did a setup here. Free ball. From the back, Cortez again.
Yan ang mas mahirap depensahan. Back row plays. 2-point lead for Iloilo. And as you said, a good start here. Laban sa NU.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf. And as a veteran coach, I asked Coach Boyet Del Moro, Coach, pag ganito ba kalakas ang kalaban, what do you remind your team usually? At sabi niya sa akin, unang-una, dapat magtulungan. Hindi ito kakayanin ng 6 players lang. Ang NU, kahit bench players, effective. So DNAV has to stay extra alert at maging masipag lalo daw sa blockings. Hindi man daw masyadong makapuntos, at least madepensahan man lang ang NU. And so far, so good. Pao, Coach Ronnie?
Well, so far, so good, but then it's going to be a struggle every step of the way, considering the quality of Santa Elena. But then, at the moment, it is Santa Elena who has gotten to a bit of a slow start here, Coach.
Correct. Fiery beginning or fiery start here para sa Navigators. Have accounted for 8 attack points already.
Taking a look
para sa kanila.
Taking a look at what Santa Elena have been doing here so far, and it has been a majority of their points, as we mentioned a while ago, coming from the blocking. But then, alam naman natin that in terms of attacking threat, they have that.
They have. Pero hindi na bumabalik sa kanila dahil napapatay na yung bola ng Iloilo.
Obed Mukaba with a powerful serve. Cortez with the finesse. We're still alive here, but once again, a kill block from NU.
Kill block number 5, even against the back row play. He scored on a pipe earlier. Snil Di Pedro is one of their leading scorers. comes in for the first time. El Pedro, 28 points in 3 games, had 16 in their previous loss. Si Guasa ang kanilang leading scorer with over 10 points per match.
Oben Mukaba. Great job from Lorenzo there. Cortez hammered that against the blockers, and he'll try and do it again. And it looks like 4 touches here for the Navigators.
3 straight points here for National U, making their move after the first technical timeout.
So we mentioned a while ago na magandang simula ng D'Navigators, but it's one thing to start well. It's another thing to sustain that all
Sabi ko nga
throughout.
kanina, nabanggit ko yung laban sa Ateneo. Lamang Ateneo sa dulo. Biglang kukunin nila yung mga importanteng puntos.
Straight to the net there para kay Toto De Pedro.
4 straight points. And that's what NU's blocking has done to the offense of Iloilo.
Well, the Bulldogs fans here at the venue at the Paco Arena starting to find their voice as Obed Mukaba stands on the service line.
The decorated Mukaba. The AP champion, Spikers Turf champion, best blocker multiple times.
Sends that a bit long. So it's D'Navigators who tie things up, courtesy of that error.
Kasi Mukaba kayang mag 10 blocks sa game eh. Nakita ko na yun eh. Dito rin yun.
Again, Mukaba, one of the more dynamic ones. But then take a look at Guaza there, operating at the net.
3rd point on that overball.
And of course, taking the lead here. Again, di pa natatalo ang Santa Elena dito sa Spikers Turf 2023 Invitational Conference. Kahit isang set. GJ Torres on the service line. Keeping this one alive. Guaza hammering that off the blockers. Rostrino with the setup. Buhay pa rin dito. And Guaza couldn't reach it.
Excellent double
Tagibolos
effort.
gets it.
Excellent double effort coming from Tagibolos. Reading that play as that ball went back straight to him. This was the second one that scored. Look at the force. And then, at that point, we'll tie the count once again at 11.
And another error there, service error there, courtesy of Belestrino. Ang sikla Belestrino.
Ang hinahanap ko si Kim Dayan Dante. Dati nilang setter bago si Joshua Retamar.
And a service ace there coming from their number 21, Aldre Ferrer.
That's the setter. Si Ferrer, who's up against Belestrino.
Well, nothing that they could do about that one. How about NU? And all of a sudden, a 2-point lead para sa D'Navigators. Good net defense shown by Iloilo.
Oy.
Cortez.
Regalo. Good fight back. 4 straight points after giving up 4 straight.
Well, Iloilo came to play. And Santa Elena, while their net defense has been on point, their blocking has been scoring.
Attack points are
struggled
only
here.
Dalawa lang para sa kanila.
Belestrino with the setup. That's a lot better coming from NU.
Floor defense has gotten the job done so far for Iloilo.
So si Leo Aringo with that point.
Talked about Ringo being the second best scorer para dito sa National U. Ringo was 8 of 13, had scored 10 points.
Jade Discutado on the service line. Good serve. Guaza. Oh, he enjoyed that one.
Good quick set. Ferrer for Guaza, 4 for Guaza. Attack point number 10 for Iloilo.
Guaza just doing the right thing, attacking the blockers. Cortez with the serve. Belestrino with the setup. An easy finish there for Butbudin.
That's a gifted super athlete, showing us the kind of caliber that he is, that he has rather. And it won't be a surprise if in the near future he's going to be a part of the national pool or national team, as the Southeast Asian Games is also fast approaching.
Tagibolo sends that long.
Error number 4 para sa National U.
So we go to a second technical timeout with D'Navigators leading 16-13. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Watch PBA 3x3's second conference this year every Monday and Tuesday only on One Sports, PBA Rush and Pilipinas Live. PBA 3x3, laro ng tatlo.
And
Welcome
from
back.
Ayala Fairview, tutulak na sa Trinoma.
Yeah, the PBA 3x3. Of course, great competition. Congratulations again to the TNT Tropang Giga who won the last leg, if I'm not mistaken, after losing out in the fourth leg, which happened the week before.
And after Trinoma, the grand finals will be in Glorieta. That will be on November 27, a Monday.
Of course, all the teams still fighting for a spot para sa grand finals as we refocus here on Spikers Turf 2023 Invitational Conference here at the Paco Arena as Nas Guaza sends that long, giving Santa Elena a point back. Again, magandang simula ng D'Navigators, but then you also have to feel that this Santa Elena team has just not found their groove offensively. Attack points they're not there yet here for NU as they give another service error in favor of D'Navigators.
At least 3 service errors. At least, ha? Para sa National U.
Toto De Pedro on the service line here for D'Navigators. Scoring has been quick here at the Paco Arena between these two. Houdin. Not that time. Ferrer with the setup to Cortez, who hits the net.
That's the Mukaba factor. 5 service errors. Tig-5 sila na service errors. Tapos, ang atake ng National U, 4 lang. 11 sa Iloilo, pero merong 6 na kill blocks ang NU.
Very uncharacteristic para sa NU who have so much attacking talent. Kung si Villamor trying to get a touch, trying to get a check ball. They're going to check this out via the challenge system. The first challenge we're going to see in today's game. In the first game a while ago, napakadaming challenges because it was a game wherein every single point was bled for. Thank you very much to everyone who joined us for that first fixture and have stayed here for the second one between D'Navigators Iloilo and the NU Santa Elena Nationals. Of course, this is the second game of a quadruple header, and I will not be here for the third and fourth. I don't know if Coach Ronnie wants to stay for the third and fourth games as well. Balita ko, na-excite siya sa fifth set kanina in game number 1. So let's see if he wants to stay. But of course, here we're going to check the block touch. And so far, there it is. The index finger of Obed Mukaba is the culprit. It is a block touch, and D'Navigators will get the point. Great challenge there coming from Iloilo.
Good call. 3-point lead at 18-15.
Remember, NU have yet to drop a frame. Will this be the first? And will that be a wake-up call? Kylo Villamor para sa D'Navigators. And Obed Mukaba tried to pounce on that, but unable to do so. JM Cortez.
Wow.
Kept alive there. And you reset their D, and Cortez beats the single block.
Goes down the line against Mukaba for a 4-point lead. A lot of statistical categories that or stats na number 1 itong team ng National U. Best serving team, best digging team, best number 1 sa setters.
Disquitado answers back in a big way, and maybe that will get him going.
Disquitado is not in the top 50 among the leading scorers, but we know what he can do.
Yep. The pedigree says it all. Jam Jam Abanilla checks in here for NU. We'll go straight to the service line. The setup, looking for Cortez. Still live here, Belestrino with the setup, really quick. What a save there from Lorenzo. Belestrino again.
Lorenzo once more.
Lorenzo has been everywhere here, and JM Cortez couldn't finish. Instead, Taquibolos combines with Belestrino for the block.
Ferrer was there for the possible coverage. That was not to be denied. Still a 2-point lead for the Red Shirts. They will call a timeout at this stage of the first set.
Malaki yung gitna. Huwag mo nga kabigin din yung bola. Dito, straight attack mo. Pag tumama yun, outside na yun.
Okay.
Gawa ng paraan.
Akin mali ka.
Hiwalay mo.
Ano lang pa?
Hiwalay mo.
Panibado
Sagad agad, point, kunin yung point agad.
Panibado tayo.
Kapitan niya, kapitan niyo, kapitan niya. Hey, Nabi! Go!
Gemma, okay lang yun.
Well, D'Navigators trying to hold back a Santa Elena team that's starting to find their rhythm offensively. Kanina lang, nakita natin si Jade Discatado getting into the scoring action. But right now, they have to hold off Jam Abanilla and his serves. D'Navigators still lead by 2 here. Torres unable to get a check ball or get that in. So the point will go NU's way. So they are going to contest this one for a block touch. Again, D'Navigators doing everything that they can to get points on the board here. They're going to fight for every single possibility. Kaya makita natin dito kung may punto ba sila. Is it going to be a block touch? So we're going to take a quick look at that here.
That was assistant coach Clint Malazzo making that call.
And it is and it's another close call here. So let's see whether or not we're going to have a successful challenge. And here it is. And so it will not be successful. Quite far as Torres clearly avoids any contact. So just a 1-point lead here para sa D'Navigators. A precarious 1-point lead here. Santa Elena can score in bunches.
What a serve.
Lorenzo looking for Cortez.
Wow. Even in that broken play, Cortez delivers. He's played really well here. Lalo nung wala si Guasa sa loob. Cortez now with a total of 5 points, the leading scorer para dito sa kanila.
Well, that's been itong si Nas Guaza and si JM Cortez who has been bannering this D'Navigators team. And what an answer coming from their number 11, itong si Jay Discotado, the former Navigator.
14 attack points given up, 6 attack points taken. Velustrina with a difficult set para kay Discotado. Once again shows us his skill sets.
Cortez sends that long.
Yan, wala nang challenge yan.
Yeah, wala na talaga. Kung challenge pa, sayang lang yan. 20 all here. Santa Elena, chance to take the lead. Velustrino on the service line. Three excellent sets. Majority of the points, at least early on, came via the net defense.
Combination play, Guasa with a misdirection. Cortez recovers and delivers. Point number 21 for a 1-point lead.
You got to watch out for Guaza and the way Guaza really sells those fakes. Ferrer with the serve. And what an answer there coming from NU. Itong si Leo Aringo.
Another former MVP, Nico Almendras, who is an off-the-bench player for the Nationals. Wow, my goodness.
How stacked are you kung coming off the bench for your team is Nico Almendras?
Talk about roster power. That's recruitment at its best.
That's the depth for sure. As Almendras with the serve.
Oh,
Siyempre, we were there hyping him up. Tapos ang service error. Commentator's curse.
napakagatlabi si Coach Dante.
So D'Navigators still with a chance to steal this one and take the first frame from Santa Elena. Again, Santa Elena have swept all of their sets so far. Velustrino with the great setup.
Tagibolos with that point. Tagibolos has had a lot of touches here in set number 1. Tagibolos with 5.
22 all. And you looking for the lead, and that'll be an ace. A miscommunication there between Lorenzo and Cortez.
A lot of the errors of National U came from service or their serves early on. Pero in the last part, after the midpoint, dun sila humabol eh. sa karga ng mga service at nahirapan ibalik ng Iloilo.
Pengtagibolos with the serve there a while ago. Villamor could not get past the blockers as Obin Mukama slams it down.
Ito yung kinakwento ko sa iyo kanina na nakita ko sa game nila sa Ateneo. Hahabol sila. Pagdating dun sa mga dulong puntos, biglang babaliktad yung tema ng set.
Ano ng bola eh?
Go, bawi, uy! Di ba tapos? Okay na yun, di ba tapos? Go! Atake tayo, atake. Okay lang. Passer.
Si Coach Del Moro has been known to use a silent treatment from time to time sa mga huddles niya.
Not today.
Not today. 24-22 in favor of Santa Elena.
2 set points after being down by as much as 4. Only 8 attack points para sa National U, but they have 8 blocks. None so far para sa mga nakapula.
Could you imagine once they get their offensive game going? Toto De Pedro answers back.
Touches for Villamor, Guaza, and Cordes. Finally, De Pedro scores 1, saving 1. Set point.
Tumbinko is coming in here for D'Navigators. Coming in for Nas Guaza. So here they are going to bring in a service specialist trying to upend Santa Elena. Tying this up, trying to extend this frame. Mukaba with the fake. Villamor there to save. Toto De Pedro couldn't get past the blockers. Cordes. We go back to De Pedro. Touched by Mukaba. Ferrer to Villamor.
The touch. Committed by Aringo. Saving 2 set points. Extending this set. And Coach Dante will call a ceasefire.
Sibuan tayo, big week tayo. Bakalan tayo. Okay? Yun lang naman, importante lang, makareceive man tayo. Go. Kapag ibinigay sa inyo, siguro yung mapapatay na. Okay, nakaindihan. Ngayon, pagpatay natin, magpapalit ako ng palit tayo kay then block tayo. Nico, ikaw mag-set tayo, Okay? Pero kapag ikaw nakadepensa, mag-set na naman, Okay? O, nakaintindihan? Ha? Sige. Go.
Very specific there for the NU Santa Elena Nationals as they try to avoid dropping their first ever frame here in the 2023 Spikers Turf Invitational. And for the D'Navigators, what a confidence booster will it be for them should they take this set and maybe even more. The setup and the finish.
Wow. They committed a net touch earlier. Now restores another set point para sa kanila.
Bumawi.
Grabe, hindi sila ganito mga maglaro dati nung nag-umpisa rito para sa NU.
Yeah.
Ringo, Budin. Grabbing improvement, sobra.
Well, that is, of course, with all of the high-level volleyball that's being played nowadays. Ferrer setting up Villamor. Who do they go to here?
Oh! First skill block.
And what a time for it to come for
Right.
D'Navigators. Tied up at 25-all.
De Pedro on deck to serve.
Well, the D'Navigators team saw that this Santa Elena team has yet to drop a frame, and they said, okay, bet. Let's see what they can do. Toto De Pedro.
Oh, the serve.
Budin.
Buhay pa.
Great effort being shown by D'Navigators. Belestrino with the setup. They go to Cordes. Great coverage here shown by D'Navigators. Villamor
Lusot.
still kept alive. Free ball to deal with here. Almost a miscom. Villamor again.
Oh, it was a good save by Espanso. Block number 9
And you know, Espanso made the save. Let's take a look at this again.
So, ang ganda ng save niya. Tinong inangat niya, oh.
But then no one was there to cover because
Yes.
Espanso was the only one there.
Ferrer lost his footing. He was in front.
There were bodies on the floor everywhere.
Kasi pag bumanda sa blockers yan, di mo talaga alam kung saan mapupunta.
Udsbudin with the serve. Villamor. And the point will go to D'Navigators. There's a ball touch here. Looks like they...
Tinanong lang ni Coach Dante kay
Yeah.
Clarence kung meron eh. Sabi tinuro si teammate niya.
Again, honesty system. 26 all here. And this is not even closest to the longest set we've had this conference so far. Pero buhay pa rin dito as D'Navigators will have a chance to steal the frame.
Talk about resilience and determination. The red shirts keep coming back.
Santa Elena call for time. Let's listen in.
Okay? Dito tayo. Sumipak lang ka dito. Okay, guys? Yun ang importante, makapasa na tayo isa. Lalo, mag-goal yan. Kailangan tayo makastop. Hindi pa tayo makastop. Ang dami natin pagkakataon makastop tayo, hindi natin makastop. Okay? O, sige, focus na tayo sa first ball natin. Then, best tayo, ha?
First ball muna.
Go, go!
Of course, focusing on getting that stop here. Talking about Santa Elena.
Maka-side out lang kasi set point na ito eh. The first one para sa Navigators.
Villamor will be on the service line here. Si Kylo Villamor. Who do they turn to here? Great dig coming from De Pedro. Buhay pa rin dito. Pelestrino with a setup.
Oh,
And a net touch here against D'Navigators.
I'd like to see that again. Dito ako nakatingin sa likuran eh. After that dump coming from Almendras.
Well, that looks close here, but then either way, itong si Obin Mukaba will troop to the service line. 27 all in what has been a frantic first frame here. 3 block points already for Mukaba, and that's setting that long. A chance now for D'Navigators to steal the set once more on set point.
Talk about high risk, high reward. Iloilo rewarded with that service error once again. And Guasa is back to finish the set para dito sa Navigators.
GJ Torres with the serve. The soft touch there. Guaza able to save
Chance
it twice.
for the red shirts. Oh,
And double touch there. So we are now extending 28 all. Again, set number 1 pa lang to. Pelestrino with the serve. Toto De Pedro. Oh, and a miscommunication there. It looks like an overreaching for NU. So D'Navigators will take the lead once more, 29-28. Again at set point as NU seeking clarification on that call. Leo Aringo.
okay. Let's remind the viewers in the race to 15 in set 5 in their previous match. It was 24-22 in the final count.
Pero natalo yung D'Navigators then.
Oh, pero umabot ng 46 minutes.
Oo. This is a team that doesn't let go. Pelestrino with the setup.
Wow.
And now tied up at 29 all. How far can we go? Another look at that here. Tagibulos, si Peng Tagibulos has been performing well early on here.
Exactly.
Coach. Nico Almendras with the serve. The safe serve. Lorenzo dealt with that one. What a hit there from Cortez. Buhay pa rin dito. Aringo sends it free. Who do they look for here? Guaza. Soft touch. Kept alive. Guaza
Wow.
tried to have more power.
Tagibolos, 2 straight points. One on offense, the other. Courtesy of that block point. Offensive block once again. That will be number 10
Don't
para
see,
sa National U.
don't see Guaza was actually complaining that there was a double touch a while ago. But now have to fight for this one again. Kept alive here. Aringo with the setup. Budin.
That's a quick finish. Excellent. Coming from Aringo. He was out of balance, but he knew. Pag porsyentuhan, bigay mo sa open. Bahala na ang ating Spikers Turf MVP, si Budin.
31-29. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 31-29 at the end of set number 1. We're excited to see how much further they can go in set number 2. We'll be right back. Don't go away. (31-29) in favor of Santa Elena Nationals here in the Spiker Surf 2023 Invitational Conference. And what a game we've seen so far. If that is a sign of things to come, I'm excited for set numbers 2 and 3. Kasi grabe talaga, D'Navigators, knowing that sila yung underdogs dito, really playing to their strengths here and really making an NUT who was struggling without a Retamar on the floor and pushing them to their limits, coach.
Well, this team always plays hard. Taking a look at their first 3 matches, lahat mahaba eh.
Yeah.
Makikita mo, over 3 sets. Ang pinakamaikli, 4 eh. Dalawang 5-setters, isang 4-setter. And the numbers may not be the perfect illustration dito sa pagiging dikit nitong laban na ito. But I give a lot of credit sa Iloilo na despite of the fact that 17 attack points plus 6 sila. At nilamangan sila rito sa blocking. They almost had that set also.
Yeah.
Kaya lang yung floor defense ng NU came alive, and Tagibolos also I think was one of the biggest heroes para sa kanila aside from Aringo and Budin. Tagibolos saved that set para sa Santa Elena Nationals.
Well, let's see whether or not the D'Navigators could deal with the blocking here of Santa Elena.
10, no?
Yeah, 10.
Game number na yun eh. Whole game numbers na yan para sa kanila.
So let's see whether or not they can move things around in front of the net here. Talking about the
And
D'Navigators.
that's from an offense that has struggled, no?
Yeah.
Talking about National U. Let's see if they have a better flow offensively here from Belestrino. And also on the flip side, how Ferrer and the rest of the Navigators will be able to elude that Tagibolos Mukaba combination at the net.
A lot to deal with here if you're D'Navigators. But then great fight shown in set number 1.
Sink or swim situation for the Navigators. They lose here. It's as simple as that. They will be eliminated from the quarterfinals.
Well, nakita nga natin that they are incapable of being competitive
Ang
with
bigat
this
lang ng
NU
grupong
team.
ito kasi
Oo.
talaga eh.
Medyo group of death yung,
Yes.
yung profile nito.
Mapunta ka sa Enyo o sa signal na grupo, mamumroblema ka talaga.
100%. Aringo. At that time, Ferrer with the setup. Toto De Pedro.
Net touch.
Tagibolos with the net touch.
They're having some problems with De Pedro really. Sa bilis pumalo ni De Pedro.
With a bit of the run up there. So there's an extra ball on the court that they had to clear out. And we'll get back going here again.
Tagibolos, the leading scorer with 7 points on 4 blocks established. Cordes with 6 attack points meanwhile. Yes.
Service ace there para kay Aldre Ferrer.
Another good start here for Ferrer and the rest of Iloilo.
2-0 para sa D'Navigators. Ferrer still camped on the service line. Looking for Aringo.
3-0.
So again, the attacking play struggling here
Right.
para sa NU.
Ringo missing on the cut shot. Bihira ako nakakita ng mga setters na ganyan kalakas mag-serve. Mag-place.
Yeah.
Oo, mautak. Pero ito, tinan mo.
Oh, yun, service error, coach.
Lakas ang sabi ko.
Oo. O nga, hindi placement ka. Yan yung sabi mo, lakas. Alright, so the first point here, Santa Elena, courtesy of that service error. As Disquitado will try to pile on the points. Pero coach, I think it's fair to say that dito sa laro na to, Santa Elena having a hard time getting their offense going here. Apart from most of their points coming from net defense, actually.
Buti talagang magaling si Aringo sa Kasibudin. Hindi namimili. And Aringo once again scores. Tagibolos, leading scorer. Their middle blocker with 4 blocks.
If you take a look at this again, see Aringo. Kanina on the other side at the wing, had a hard time finishing there. Pero on that right-hand side.
4th point para dito kay Aringo.
Disquitado with the serve. Who did he look for? Guaza!
Kanina 3-0 yan, naging 3-2. Guaza makes sure that they stay ahead. Quick play here. Oo. Zero tempo play here for Nas Guaza. 8 for Tagibolos.
And Tagibolos has been a standout here para sa NU.
Kung hindi matibay yung floor defense ng NU kanina, wala na yung unang set.
That's true.
Ay, inatake ng inatake.
And credit Santa Elena for not letting go after what has been a bit of a substandard set number 1 by their very high standards.
Right, oo. Iba kasi talaga yung gold standard ito eh. Tagibolos, special game today, nearing the 10-point mark already with that service ace.
Trying to build on that here.
Yung player development ng NU kahanga-hanga. No?
Toto de Pedro.
Again, finds a way to score.
Quick gap there. So 5 points already for D'Navigators. Let's take a look at Toto de Pedro, who has started to grow more and more into this game.
Confidence is there, consistency and efficiency always present. Coming off a 16 of 49 performance for 17 points to lead the way in scoring for them against the Altas.
Nasguaza tried to keep that in. Unfortunately for him, it's a bit too much. Five all here with NU trying to pull away.
Oh, that's a rare miscue. Sabi na kanilang head coach, okay, relax lang, relax lang.
Yeah, but they'll take it, talking about NU. Saringo will look to build on from here. Straight to the net, and both these teams haven't necessarily kept the game as clean as they wanted to, at least from an error perspective.
Tigalawa.
Toto de Pedro.
Tatlo sa dalawa sa error count. An exchange of service errors.
Well, right now, we're at the point where in the service errors was probably was going to bring us to our first technical timeout.
Yung first set kasi highlight ng opensa ng ano eh, ng Iloilo at showcase ng depensa ng NU.
Sabi nga nila, defense wins championships. Well, defense won that first frame. Disquitado. Disquitado with the emotion and sending us to our first technical timeout, 8-6. We'll be right back.
2023 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Just a quick off-the-court story. Coach Dante Alinsunuran was a former player of Coach Boyet Del Moro and Adamson. Kwento ni Coach Dante, si Coach Boyet daw ang unang nagbigay ng sistema sa paglalaro niya. Palo lang daw siya ng palo dati bilang isang batang volleyball player from Calamba, Laguna. But when he met Coach Boyet, he developed his game. Doon din daw siya nag-shift from being middle to outside hitter, which just means that Coach Boyet would be a perfect coach for a team that is struggling a bit in this conference like DNV. Pao, Coach Ronnie?
Thank you very much, Mika.
Maganda yun.
Oo, may connections talaga. Also, Coach Boyd does not look like he is old enough to
Yes.
Coach
Coach
Dante
Dante, oh,
back in
totoo
the
nga.
day. Oo. Disketado again.
What about Belustrino? Alanganin. Porsentuhan goes to Disketado. Scores his second point of the set. Now the attack points are coming in para sa National University.
Anis Tagibolos. Ngayon si Disketado finding his way through. Oben Mukaba. Well, it felt like he didn't have his rhythm there.
Nawawala minsan sa
Oo.
timing eh. Oh. Sobrang ingat niya na hindi mag-overshoot. Parang bata sa reaction talaga. Pwede, again.
DJ Torres with the serve. 1-point lead para sa NU.
Wow.
Make that 2.
Back row play for Budin.
Buds Budin taking that as Bilestrino will go to the service line. And another service ace here. So now finding ways to score, not
Yes.
just attack points here.
And staying ahead. Hindi naghahabol. Katulad kanina, grabe yung hinabol nila sa ating unang set.
Well, right now, if you're D'Navigators, let's listen in.
Yan, ang depensa niya, pag sa gitna, yan. Yan lang. Huwag kayong pupunta dito sa ila. Huwag kang pupunta doon sa, tatago sa duto, sa likod ng bracket. Ayan, o. Ay, wala silang ginagawang bago. Tayo lang nag-error. Tingnan nyo lang kung sino dapat blockin. Nakita nyo pag kahit na sa tayo mo yung first ball dito din ako. Pauhan nyo na. Let's go.
Let's go! Hey, Nabi! Go!
Well, the D'Navigators trying to sort themselves out here and also recognizing what they need to do to try and cover this Santa Elena team that has started to find their groove, find their rhythm.
Trying to fix some reception inefficiency. Talking about ang team ng Iloilo. Good hustle play coming from Disketado.
And what a fake again from Guaza. Pero buhay pa rin dito. Guaza with a defensive effort once more. Tinulak si Tagibolos.
Tama
And that's
naman.
the reason why.
Hindi nga niya nakita si Sumagi. Basta umusog siya, hinahanap niya eh. Smart play coming from Sumagi. Mamaya na natin pag-usapan yan. Importante lamang tayo ng 4 after this early turnaround here para sa Santa Elena Nationals.
Sumagi is literally up to the shoulders of Tagibolos and then tinulak pa
That's
niya.
on a good day, I think.
On a good day, oh.
Error number 6. 6 errors para sa National U. They have 6 attack points, 2 para sa Iloilo, but 6 errors compared to 3 para naman sa Iloilo. Yun, doon nakakapuntos ang Iloilo.
Well, Iloilo still have yet to take advantage of it. Let's see, Ferrer nasa service line ulit. And Tagibolos, what a finish.
What a game. Big performance for Tagibolos. Already with a total of 10 points.
So far, so good so far here for Santa Elena in set number 2. As Disketado, you can see the smile on his face here.
Masukat na nila eh.
And the single block is enough here for NU. Caringo getting another point.
Block number 1 here in this set. Block number 11 overall.
Again, Disketado, there's a smile on his face, and when he has that on,
At pag nakangiti yan, alam mo na.
oo, matakot ka. Again, same play here, but this time it's successful, courtesy of Toto De Pedro.
Swiping that shot. Doon sa blockers.
Another look at that there.
Off the bench today, itong si De Pedro.
swinging things around, getting the net D moving, and Aringo scores once more.
Tagibolos only scored 2 points in their last win. Today, first player in double figures. And then you have, of course, Budin and Aringo as the pin hitters who accounted for 29 of the 75 points ng National University sa huling 3-set win nila.
Good save there. Guaza to Ferrer to De Pedro.
Tight. Yes. The shot was away from the blockers.
And now we go to our second technical timeout with NU looking like their old selves. We'll be right back.
Siguro kung hindi ako volleyball player, siguro singer ako ngayon. Kasi magaling ako kumanta at saka maganda yung boses ko. Ikaw na nga ang hinahanap ng puso.
Mads, buti na lang professional volleyball player ka na lang. But all joking aside, the first ever NBA in-season tournament is here. Watch all 30 teams battle it out for the NBA Cup from November 4th to December 9, only on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and the Pilipinas Live. Now, back to the action here.
Mahirap yun.
Mahirap yun. In fairness to him.
Mahirap yun, mahirap yun.
D'Navigators, by the way, now have pulled one back. So
net touch.
Pulled one back, a net touch there. So Santa Elena, that score should read 17-11
Ayun,
right now. Yeah.
Oo, kasi nakita nila yung sablay ni Obed pero may net touch na itawag. Masakit naman yun para sa Iloilo talaga.
That's true. Now, corrected score right in front of you. So 17-11, and you still trying to take control, but D'Navigators refusing to let go.
With escape act coming from Torres against Obed Mukaba. Nabaliktad, ano? Ito naman, wala masyadong attack points ang Navigators, but they're getting their points from the errors ng NU.
Who do they turn to here? Budin. Ferrer with the setup. They go to the other side.
Back to back. One from Torres, one from Villamor.
And Villamor has been doing well here for D'Navigators.
Scored some early points in the previous set. Attack point number 5 para sa Iloilo.
Iloilo has found a way to get a bit of rhythm here. Budin changing his mind in midair.
There was that touch, but not enough to keep that ball up. Timeout muna rito para sa Iloilo.
Malayo pa din sa bola. Nandiyan pa sa harap mo bola. Pinupak mo nito.
Nakastop naman eh. Magkapatay, enjoy tayo. Hey, Nabi! Go!
Well, D'Navigators trying to find some joy here in this one. Of course, hard to do that against a Santa Elena team who have been fighting here. As we take a look at some of those already in attendance, and of course those who we wish to see on the court here for Santa Elena.
That's Joshua Retaman, of course, trying to recover from an injury.
Yep. And you can tell that there's still an adjustment period na habang wala si Retaman.
Oo, sigurado yan. Pero kaya nga si Assistant Coach Vince Lopez has been talking to Vince Lopez Tulugoy. Ang kanilang ace national player setter na si Jesse Lopez
Yeah.
ay kanina pa kinakausap si Milustrino. Doon pa lang sa unang set, inaalalayan talaga niya ng gusto.
18-13 in
Kasi
favor of
mararamdaman
Santa
mo
Elena.
yan eh. Kung tayo nga, nakikita natin, what more shot?
Yep, absolutely. As Disquitado
What a save.
almost felt that he scored there, but eventually does. And Obin Mukaba will take credit for that one.
I was about to say, nag-iiba yung pikit ha. But once again, if it's not offense, it's their defense that provides the biggest thorn. Look at the force, but more than that, the net defense that has been omnipresent for the Nationals all match long. Sinigurado na yung
There was a smile on his face as he took that one. Buhay pa rin dito. And Disquitado Mukaba had a miscommunication. Mukaba actually asked Disquitado to move away, but a bit too late.
Be down to 4.
So 19-15 should be the count. There it is. So just a 4-point lead. Oh, and the joust at the net. But still alive here. A good finish there coming from Maringo.
Could have been an overreach kay Tagibolos. Mabuti nga, hindi na niya
Oo nga eh.
na-touch di ba? Dahil kitang-kita mo. But suddenly, it's Aringo who explodes and scores point number 20. Just when you think that Iloilo was going to inch closer, error number 9.
So they do inch closer, courtesy of that error.
Imagine
20 to
9 of the
16.
16 points of the Navigators coming from NU's free points. Given up.
Now, don't look now, but itong si Ferrer is now on the service
Nako,
line once more.
Hindi ko nababatiin.
Wag mo na. Wag mo na batiin, please. But let's see what Ferrer could do here. Oh, hindi na. It
Pinatihan,
just
ha?
happened.
It was so good in the first set, putting
Yeah.
pressure in the reception of National U. Now one top by 5.
21-16. Jay Disquitado, 5 attack points to his name. Could explode for much more if given the opportunity. Ferrer with the setup.
Single block.
Single block. My goodness, from Budsbudin.
Impressive. Block number 4 in this set. Total of 14 so far for National U.
My goodness, Budsbudin. Reason why he is a finals MVP.
Saka nasa top 10 ito sa blocking.
Yeah.
Nung sinilip ko, kaya pala.
Jay Disquitado on the service line here, still for Santa Elena. Block points here, 3 already in this frame.
Tight.
Make that 4 after Ringo gets another block point.
Anytime you have your best hitters also playing two ways, rather exerting double effort on defense, things will really be on a positive note. One from Budin, one from Maringo, total of 15 blocks already para sa National U.
Disquitado with the serve. Lorenzo,
Nako,
free ball to deal with. Who do they look for? And why not Ringo again?
Maringo and Budin. Almendras on the bench.
Again, how loaded is this NU team? As Disquitado will look to end things here and claim the set.
I can imagine the talent level sa second unit na hindi pa natin nakikita masyado.
Ferrer with the setup. And that will make it set number 2, 2-0 in favor of the NU Santa Elena Nationals, who have found their groove here in the second frame against the Iloilo D'Navigators. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
If I was not a volleyball player, I'll be a businessman, I think, because my course is marketing management, so I like business. So if I was not a volleyball player, I'll be a businessman.
NU Santa Elena Nationals taking set number 2, 25-16, and what felt like them finding their form again after an extended set number 1, 31-29.
An extended set number 1 that nearly took an hour to finish. The second set was a one-sided one when NU was able to take the lead away from Iloilo. Hindi na lumingon pabalik. Their offense suddenly produced a huge number, 17 attack points for them. After scoring only on 7, let me double check this, 11 attack points sa unang set. Disquitado was present. Aringo was also there, of course. Budsbudin, Tagibolo started the scoring for them. At I think mas kalmado dito sa Belustrino. The offensive might finally showing. At nakita mo, 11 sa 7.
You know, and you take a look at the blocking numbers of Santa Elena. In set number 1, naka-10 blocks sila. And right now, 4 seems like a small number, but then it really shows just how good their net defense was. Talking about itong Santa Elena.
True. Numbers right now pointing to the advantage arrow para dito sa National U, imposing their size, their length. But more than that, the confidence level is down right now for Iloilo, who played like a house on fire to open up this match.
Nico Almendras will be here to start set number 3 para sa NU. Who did they turn to here? As Doronilla was blocked straight away.
Was that Tagibolos once again?
May have been either Tagibolos or Aringo. But either way...
Budin.
Or Budin, yeah, absolutely. So either way, the point will go straight away to Santa Elena. And scoring by a block, it feels like that's what they've been doing all game long.
And we cannot forget the businessman, Obed Mokaba.
Yes, sir.
Binabawi ni Ferrer si Doronilla.
If I'm not mistaken, itong first action ni Doronilla in this game.
Kanina, bago matapos yung
okay.
unang set sa dulo, yung singer natin, papasok na si Mads
Gampong.
Ikaw na.
Great song choice, by the way. This has been a very musical day.
It's the singer and the song.
It's the singer and the song.
Singer, song, and songwriter.
Yes. 2-1 in favor of NU.
Sino kaya yung next interview?
nga, excited na ako tuloy eh. So I can't wait to see all the rest of the VTRs that we have pre-prepared. And almost a miscue there for D'Navigators, and definitely there as Apolinario couldn't really figure things out.
Apolinario coming in for Ferrer, of course, who played in the first 2 sets.
Nicole Mendras on the service line here for NU as they look to put away the D'Navigators, who had a great set number 1, but then tapered off in set number 2. And as I say that, si Almendras gives away a service error. Doronilla on the service line para sa D'Navigators. And the blocking there for Nasquaza, who is actually one of the better blockers here in Spiker's turf. Of course, much needed there as it's all tied up at 3 apiece, with D'Navigators trying to stay competitive in this one. Belestrino with the setup, but what a finish there from Tagibolos.
Tagibolos, we will double check this sa ating listahan. Wala nga sa top 10 sa blocking eh. Si Mokabang nandun at number 4. At nandun din si Budin at number 6.
Of course, number 3 dun si Guaza.
Si Guaza, tama ito yung sinasabi.
D'Navigators, unfortunately, hasn't really been able to show off what he can do. 5-3.
42% hitting team, number 4 in the competition. Behind the DLSU and the Signal HD Spikers.
Tagibola sends that straight to the net. So, D'Navigators will inch 1 step closer.
Ang best blocking team ay Signal HD Spikers. Number 2 pa lang itong NU. But after this game, definitely tataas ito.
Yeah. Especially after that set number 1, Or they had 10 blocks.
10 blocks.
That's good enough for an entire game for some teams.
They will not have survived because their offense was not in the usual flow had it not been for their tremendous effort sa blocking.
Nasquaza on the service line here with a tied ball game, 5 apiece. D'Navigators trying to steal a set at the very least against the Nationals team who have yet to lose a set here this
Drop.
conference. And what a drop ball there coming from Maringo.
Oh, Diao is also inside already.
So moving things around, talking about Santa Elena.
Mahusay din to.
Oo, itong si Choi Diao.
Angkat din na middle blocker.
Right now, right in the spot where he can make a big difference. Itong si Diao. Otto De Pedro. Almost a miscue there. Pilestrino with the setup. Good coverage here come from D'Navigators.
Off the block. That's Mads Gampong, whom we did not see in the previous set, but play in the first set. Sparingly.
Mats Gampo in tune there.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Totally in sync with the Polinario. This is a tied third set. No pulling away for National U.
This is much better here for D'Navigators. And especially when you have a Nationals team that has Woods Budin finding his flow offensively. Another look at that here.
Even against a double block. At yung tunog ng palo niya, alam mong hindi maibabalik eh. But the service errors have continued to haunt. Ito sa National U. Kasi niwalang rally, pumupuntos dito yung Iloilo.
7-all here. If you're Santa Elena, you cannot afford to be complacent considering that this D'Navigators team has the ability to keep it close and maybe even steal something. And as I say that, itong si Almendras scoring off the block and sending us to our first technical timeout. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf, puno daw ng skills ang boys ni Coach Boyet Del Moro pero mabilis daw silang bumitaw. And so the first set proved how D'Navigators can get their game out. Mabilis lang daw mag-give up. Babalikan ko yung sinabi niya kanina na hindi ito kakayanin ng 6 players. Kailangan tulungan at extra alert. So for this set, he asked the boys for 3 things: consistency, accuracy, and simplicity. Pao, Coach Ronnie.
Thank you very much, Mika. Of course, we saw a while ago, tama nga, skills-wise, they are able to compete, but then it feels almost mental, the ability trying to stay in pace with Santa Elena.
Saka yung finishing kick, yun ang importante. Didikit mo, lalamangan mo, pero meron kang pandulo. Tigibolos with another offensive block. That will be kill block number 16 for National U.
Joy Diao on the service line there.
Nolsidik, first entry, will miss.
Ball is out there for Nolsidik. As we see Tita Mosi Ravenna here in the building. The tournament, she is functioning as a tournament director dito sa Spikers Turf.
Ginugulo mo, nagkukwento si Tita Mo.
Oh nga, and she's beside the big screen eh. Kaya natawa siya eh. Doronilla. Not there, Lorenzo setting up Doronilla once more. That time, it'll be a net touch here. Looks like Pilestrino may have touched it. But they will not challenge this. They'll let this go. Again, NU have a 3-point lead, 2-point lead here rather after that net touch.
That was a point waiting to happen for National U.
Let's see how they make up for it here. And Coach Ronnie Magsano showing everyone that he can catch a ball.
Binalik ko.
Yeah, binalik. not necessarily your sport to play professionally, coach.
After the game.
After the game, maybe.
After the song by Mads. There you go.
And speaking of, again, the blocking on point there, barely keeping it alive. And you were scrambling for a moment.
Nice.
Nasquaza able to get that in.
Making sure that it will not turn into another block point para dito sa NU.
Of course, the blocking has been something to behold here para sa NU, but not that time. Nasquaza hitting that at just the right angle.
That hurts.
Just when NU, rather the D'Navigators were inching closer and closer. You don't want NU to find more rhythm because they can score in a hurry.
Saka kung nagbibigay ng free points ang NU sa service errors, hindi mo pwedeng tapatan.
Almendras with the serve. The push there from Doronilla.
Good up. Good up by Sumagi. Making it easy for
Aringo.
his teammate to give it to the other side.
Timeout for D'Navigators. Let's take another look at that, and that sends us to another timeout. Let's listen in.
Tulog. Bawi agad. Bawi guys, bawi. Uy,
Let's go. Apat lang yan. D'Navi, go!
D'Navigators trail NU 13-9 as the Nationals are looking to tuck away the D'Navigators, who are still a dangerous team, even being behind 13-9. Nakita natin that first frame, how far they took it, how they could have won the first set. As Nico Almendras is on the service line here. To attack points, one attack point and a single ace as Gampong on song on that one.
Combination play frees up Mads Gampong. They needed that as NU was trying to pull away. Mads Gampong so far in this match. A total of 2 points.
Milustrino
Tagibolos.
finding Tagibolos again.
Woo.
Again, Tagibolos, who I don't think we assumed would be able to score this much today.
13.
Really taking over.
5 blocks for Tagibolos. 2 service ace.
Waza with the fake.
That's a miss coming from Gampong going down the line.
And NU,
Slowly but surely pulling away.
absolutely. 5-point lead here for the Nationals.
Ito lang ang Achilles heel ni Tagibolos eh. Service line, di ba?
Looking for Toto De Pedro,
Smart.
scoring off the blockers.
But you see how quick he hits.
Yeah.
De Pedro off the bench had 16 points in their last match. A total of 3 points so far for De Pedro. Leading scorer nila is Cordes with 7. Si Guasa ilan na ba? Si Guasa with 8. So the #1 scorer for them.
Yeah. And what a hit there coming from Diao. You mentioned it a while ago.
Mahusay ito.
Mahusay yan.
Oh,
And now
mahusay.
sends us to our second technical timeout. We'll be right back.
Strategic. Grabe. Yung mga ginagawa niya, hindi lang basta-basta. Binabase niya talaga sa dapat naming gawin. Hi, Coach. Thank you sa pag-guide sa team and pagbuo ng team namin. Sana magawa natin yung mga pinagagawa natin sa training sa laro.
Watch the NBA 2K League APAC Invitational Tournament presented by Signal this November 17 and 18 at 4:30 p.m. live only on NBA TV Philippines and Pilipinas Live, either on the app or the website. Hope to see you then. Back to action here in the Spiker Serve 2023 Invitational Conference. The D'Navigators Iloilo trying to mount a comeback here against the NU Santa Elena Nationals, but NU have looked to have found their form after a slow first frame. But as I say that, Mads Gampong got them singing the wrong tune.
Kanina, dalawa lang ito eh. Tapos umakit na sa 6. There's the swerve specialist, Chumbinko. Makes his re-entry for Mads Gampong.
Si Chumbinko actually had a good spell at the end of the first frame where they almost stole a set, what would have been the first loss in terms of losing a set here for NU in this conference.
3 matches played, 9 sets won para dito sa National U.
Good blocking there shown by Nursidik and De Pedro. Buhay pa rin dito. Hinahanap si Toto De Pedro. And Toto De Pedro will score.
They celebrate their second straight point. Apolinario giving De Pedro multiple touches, majority of the touches rather, dito sa set na ito.
Well, we are now seeing a more joyful D'Navigators team. From the back, Mendes couldn't finish there. Toto De Pedro again. And why not?
No problem with the triple block. Going to zone 5, no one home. 3 straight para sa Iloilo. Down 17-11. Only behind at 17-14.
Well, they need to go 3 straight again if they want to tie this one up. D'Navigators trail 17-14. 14 serving 17 here.
What a serve.
Great serve and a free ball to deal with. Who do they look for here? D'Navigators look for Toto De Pedro again. Belestrino goes to the other side. Butsbudin.
Na touch. 3-point. 4-point lead.
And what a way for the D'Navigators rally to end there. They were on a 3-0 trot, if I'm not mistaken. And right now it is Butsbudin on the service line. High serve. Dealt well with by Lorenzo.
Slide play para kay Nursidik. First point. Did not play in the first 2 sets.
So D'Navigators still in this with a shout here as Nas Guaza checks back in.
Oops.
Toto De Pedro has been, or rather will check back out. So De Pedro on the service line. Been fantastic here so far.
Off the block point by Aringo.
Looks like Villamor had a touch to it, or Nursidik. Either way, Aringo will take the point. And the lead is up to 4 once more.
You have to marvel at the development of Butsbudin and Aringo.
Yeah. Choi Diao with the serve. Villamor. Lorenzo. The setup. Who do they look for here? Lorenzo does it by himself. Keeping everything alive. Misplaced pass there. Belestrino with a setup. And with everyone scrambling, it is NU who end up scoring.
Not relying anymore on force, but placement really itong si Nicole Mendra. Smart as the years have gone by for a 5-point lead para sa NU.
Guys, kapit tayo. Ika-comment lang ako. Galang lang. Coverage lang ako. Kami naman.
Kapit pa yan, malayo pa yan, guys. Malayo pa. Kapitan pa yan.
Okay. Okay na. Let's go, go, go. Hey, go!
5 p.m. Signal.
20-15 in favor of NU, who are looking to secure another sweep here in the Spiker Serve 2023 Invitational Conference. Choi Diao on the service line. Lorenzo receives. Who do they look for? Toto De Pedro runs into it, but it is a block from Almendras.
Attack point, block point, 6-point lead, NU. 3 straight points here for National U after the Mavs came knocking at the door.
21-15. Choi Jiao. Villamor. Kept alive there. Aringo sends it back to Almendras, who will give a free ball to the D-Navigators. Villamor, soft touch, good coverage. Barely getting there. Talking about Aringo.
Wow.
And scoring off the block.
3 straight for Almendras. That's when you think Iloilo was fast gaining ground. Again, the finishing kick.
And can you imagine? Si Almendras comes off the bench.
Pero marami-rami na rin si Nico dito.
Choi Jiao once again on the service line. Toto De Pedro received that one. And a miscommunication there from Apolinario and Nursidik.
Totally different from what we saw in that first set wherein that took nearly an hour to finish.
Na-excite na ako. Kala ko mag-5 sets tayo eh.
Pero ito, meron pa. Service errors para dito sa National University at 16 points ng Iloilo. 7 dyan galing sa errors ng NU.
When you take a look back at the game tape here, Coach, you take a look at NU in particular. Slow start for them, and you have to feel that Retamar's absence was felt in particular.
Yes.
But eventually, they found their rhythm. They found their a way to get back into this game as Villamor pulls one more back for DNAPs.
Really, their defense kept them afloat, no? Net defense specifically. 10 of the game-winning points galing sa net defense. Imagine kung hindi. Eh, baon na sila ron ng gusto.
Almendras.
Smart. Delaying contact. No, knowing that the blockers were there to defend a strong hit. Goes off speed. Gives NU 7 match points. Gulang ni Nico pumalo.
Chance now for NU to end this here. The Navigators want to extend. Villamor. Good net defense shown by NU. And once again, the net defense has been the story here for NU. They started off using their net D to take and secure a set number 1. And it is a block kill that ends it here in set number 3.
No doubt. That is top of mind when we talk about how NU was able to get past a fiery unit in the Iloilo Navigators. Look at the first set that took 60 points to finish. But eventually, they found their offensive groove in the last 2 sets. And the last 2 sets were dominant. National University showed its teeth, really.
We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf, and I am with the best player of this match, na si Peng Tagibulos. Peng, who is supported, by the way, by his whole team. Peng, as per usual, 3 sets na naman kayo, almost easily. Pero binigyan din kayo ng magandang challenge ng D'Navigators. Anong masasabi mo sa performance nila?
Ayun po, nahirapan po kami kasi yung sistema po nila, dumikit din po kami sa sistema nila. Tsaka marami po kaming error nung una. Tapos nakapag-adjust naman po kami nung uli.
That was, by the way, part of the plan. Peng, kahit ganito ang record nyo, ano pa sa tingin mo yung isang bagay na kailangan nyo pang ma-improve as a team?
Siguro po, less error na lang po siguro.
Maraming salamat, Peng Tagibulos, and the rest of the NU team. Pao, Coach Ronnie.
I want to
Hindi
cheer.
tuloy nakabate.
Oo nga eh. I wanted to cheer alongside the rest of NU.
Ganda ng timing sa cheering, ha?
Oo. I mean, parang rehearsed talaga. Pero again, dominant win here, at least towards the end, para sa Santa Elena Nationals. Coach, that first frame, nakita natin a few chinks in the armor, pero eventually able to solve all of their offensive woes.
We also have to give credit sa Iloilo because they really brought the fight straight dito sa team ng National U. And looking at the set 3 highlights, makikita mo to almost one-sided. Yes, nakarally dito ang team ng Iloilo, pero alam mo, hindi lulusot, hindi talaga maitatawid because the blocking was always there para sa National U. And then, Almendras was already in his element at hindi na umangat muli yung offense rito ng Iloilo. All about the number of blocks. Consistent in every set. 19 blocks total, unheard of. And 19 of the 75 points coming from their net defense. Yun lang yung ma-highlight ko. And of course, Tagibolos was all over that net defense excellence na meron pinamala sila Coach Dante Alinsunurin laban sa matibay at matapang na team naman ng Iloilo Navigators.
What a game shown off by the D'Navigators who really brought the fight to them, especially in set number 1. But in set number 3, I just wasn't able to keep in pace.
May dalawa pa.
2 more games here. Unfortunately, it won't be with us na, Coach Ronnie.
Tuwan-tuwa sila.
Chef on a diet rather, FEU going up against Centro Malls General against SNL Letran as well against Gerard Construction. Thank you very much for joining us for the first 2 offerings here at the Paco Arena of Spikers Turf. Don't go away though. 2 more games are coming right up.